Michael Bisping and Paul Felder react to Khabib possibly leaking the date and location of Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. Recently, Nurmagomedov claimed that Islam is going to fight for the welterweight title at MSG in November. This seems like something UFC would really be looking for, as it will certainly be one of the most important championship bouts of the year, one that might even be determining fates of two divisions, dependent on the outcome. With the idea of a potential super fight with Topuria lingering in the background, the option of Islam moving back down to lightweight after this fight has become another topic of discussion. Whether it's more likely that he goes back to 155 if he wins or loses is another question. Felder thinks the competitive aspect of proving to the world that he's a better fighter than Ilya, who currently holds the title that he gave up to fight JDM, may push him to make the cut to lightweight again, even if he beats the Aussie and becomes the welterweight champion.
If he gets beaten by Jack Della Maddalena, then he's gonna come back down. Or hold on, do you think if Islam, even if he beats Jack, which is a big if, it's a big if, you know?
Yeah. It is a big if, but he did say that he wasn't, remember, like now things are starting to make sense a little bit.
Stays at welterweight?
Maybe not with Ilya floating around. You know, I think now that Ilya went and knocked out Charles in the way that he did, they put him number one pound for pound over him. Now he's got reason. He didn't necessarily need it or have it when Ilya was moving up from featherweight. It would have been another featherweight. You can see his argument there. Now, Ilya's fought at 155 for the belt. He knocks Charles out. He's been mocking him. He's been making fun of him. Then they put him above him in the pound for pound rankings. And you're talking about a guy where that shit matters to these Dagestani guys. Being the best, being the ultimate professional through and through. That's what it is for them. So
John Anik, Kenny Florian, and Ray Longo previewed Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev, with the coach breaking down the most important aspects of this middleweight title clash for both sides. There are fights in MMA that are really simple to dissect before they take place for anybody watching the sport long and close enough. The classic wrestler versus striker type of matchup is one example of this. Before the two fighters get locked into the octagon, everyone knows that fighter A has to initiate grappling exchanges and work in that range to be successful, and fighter B must do everything to prevent that from happening and turn the bout into a striking battle in which they'll have the upper hand. Well, in one of the most electric matchups that's coming up for UFC 319, it might all come down to endurance. We know Chimaev's gonna attack from the opening bell and try to take DDP down, control him, and submit him. We also know how durable Dricus is, and if Khamzat doesn't finish him early, it's difficult to imagine the momentum of the fight siding with him. Is it Khamzat under 2 or DDP after 2? Maybe so.
He is an electrifying force unlike anything I've seen in the fight game in my 2 decades of being here, and he's fighting another guy in Dricus du Plessis that always entertains and always brings the heat. What are your thoughts on what we're going to see, and ultimately who do you like? UFC 319 du Plessis v Chimaev.
Yeah, really excited for this fight. Man, I tell you, I like, again, Dricus has really grown on me to where I really starting to love the guy. Like, I like the tenacity. I don't feel like, and again, that doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying optically, he doesn't look like the best guy around. He's awkward. But, man, the guys that are just tough and gritty and got the gas tank and belief in themselves, sometimes, man, it just goes such a long way. And I think that's what I'm seeing in du Plessis, and plus he's a big, strong kid. So that's the game to me. It looks like, can Chimaev get it done within 2 rounds, and can Dricus weather the storm and get it done in the 4th and 5th round? And I'm leaning towards Dricus dragging that fight into the 4th and 5th round. I don't think that other guy wants anything to do with rounds 4 and 5.
Khamzat Chimaev shocks fans by revealing Conor McGregor is planning to visit him in his training camp before the DDP fight, and the two might become teammates of sort as Conor gets ready to come back to the octagon. Considering the Irishman hasn't fought since his devastating loss to Dustin, in which he snapped his leg, plus everything that has happened following that moment, which is one embarrassing moment after another in the news cycle for him, whether it's some legal issue, allegations, cheating and drug scandals, or photo leaks, him ever competing in the UFC again seemed like a pretty far-fetched idea. But with the announcement of the planned White House card, McGregor announced his comeback and jumped back into the testing pool. He claims he's getting into fighting shape already, and according to Khamzat, he's looking to get some work in with the Chechen contender, and this sent shockwaves all over the Russian social media space. When a reporter asked him about the rumor, which originally came from his coach in an earlier interview, Khamzat confirmed it's happening.
А ты сейчас реально готов с ним потренироваться? То есть у вас не будет личного конфликта, если он вот решит это сделать?
Да, какие там, может быть, еще это есть игра и бизнес. Тут нет у меня такого никакой личной приязни никому. Пришел делать работу, если парень хочет тренироваться, вернуться. Я не думаю, когда-либо он захочет подраться со мной, это другой габарит, и я слишком большой для него. Если он хочет вернуться, и буду рад. Ради этот парень мой изменил это, и надо отдать ему должное, он заставил людей посмотреть по-другому на ММА, и мы зарабатываем очень большие деньги, чем зарабатывали раньше.
Rainier de Ritter discusses what's next for him following his victory over Robert Whittaker, and the upcoming title fight between Dricus and Khamzat might be an important piece for his immediate future. When he was asked what he thought was next on the post-fight press conference after beating Rob via decision, RDR said the only thing he was thinking about was laying on a beach, eating and playing with his kid. Now that he's maybe done some of that, the Dutch contender is thinking about his next career move, but says nothing has yet been proposed by the UFC, and he's going to be watching the Plessis versus Chimaev fight closely. With Imavov and Baralho fighting soon as well, Rainier's spot as the next challenger is far from secured, and it looks like he's going to have to win one more to get his shot. Still, he's certainly not found himself in a bad spot with a ranking in the top 5 of the division and some downtime because he just fought. Knowing the unpredictable nature of the sport, it's not out of the realm of possibility to have him compete for the belt even without another bout in between. Here's what he thinks about all this.
I can never stay inactive for too long, so I might be in the gym sooner rather than later anyway. But yeah, it'd be nice to chill a bit as well. We'll see. Maybe Dricus wants a nice, or Khamzat wants a nice quick turnaround, and I can be ready for it. And still, yeah, hopefully be a very boring fight, or one of the two wins and he gets hurt and can't fight for a little while. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think that's the only thing I can do right now. Hang back, make sure that I'm there in Chicago, and we'll see what the next fight will be. I think if Khamzat wins this one, especially if he wins decisively, he'll be like a huge name, right? And that might come with him taking a lot of time off after. So it might be better if Dricus wins, and then we can fight in 4 to 6 months. That would be best, I think, yeah.